Hi everyone, this is Sandra with Browns Point Ceramics. In a previous video I showed you how to carve on greenware once it's completely dry. Today I'm going to show you how to do it while the greenware is still wet. Working on a piece of greenware while it's still wet is a lot easier than working on one that's completely dry, as you will see throughout this video. However, the one thing you want to keep in mind is that because the clay is still soft, you have to be careful about how you handle that piece. In this case, I'm using a foam pad to support the piece on its place here. That way I avoid creating any dents or breaking the piece itself. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This particular piece right here, if you see the catalog sheet, it has some text that will go here on the belly, as well as some cutouts that go here on this hat. I'm going to start by adding the cutouts, which is the easiest of them two, and then I'll move on to the text. For the cutouts on the hat, I'm going to be using these tools right here. These are made by Kemper. They work pretty much the same way as cookie cutters, and they come in different shapes and sizes. Okay, so as you will see here, I'm adding them and I'm being careful not to add too much pressure to it because I don't want to create dents on the hat. If you kind of wiggle the cutter around, it helps it go in without damaging the piece. There's really not an exact rule for how you do this. It's at the end of the day your own design, even though you have the sample that the mold manufacturer provides in their catalog sheets, like this one over here. What's important is that you kind of make it your own if you can. And more importantly, if your customers like it that way, then why not? In this case, I'm happy with how the stars are looking. Okay, so now that I'm done with the hat, I'm going to be working on the belly here. This one is a little bit more complicated. Once again, I have some text that I need to add, as well as a few more cutouts. I already added the star, need to add the moon next. And I'm just using this to draw that moon because I don't want to mess up. While I'm working on that, might as well add the text too and make sure that I'm sizing it correctly. Okay, I think it's looking good there. So I'm going to proceed to cut the moon. I should put this down. So you can see, because the clay is still wet, that blade runs through a lot faster than it does when I'm working on completely dry greenware. And because the rest of the clay is also soft, you have to be careful with some shapes because that might end up denting pieces of the greenware where you don't really want it to dent. Like this area, for example, which was kind of leaning in. Okay. So now I'm gonna work on the text next. Kind of see there where the cutout should be. Okay, I think it's looking good. It's kind of hard to work on it from this angle for the camera. It's easier when it's facing me. So I'm just gonna lift it up a little bit here and make sure that I'm cleaning up any areas that I'm not happy with. All right, so as I'm doing this cleanup, I'm also making sure that I'm happy with the way this looks. And I am. So all I need to do here now, next, is just make sure that I have the rest of the text matching where those cutouts were. Okay, I think it's done. This piece will get cleaned up some more once the Greenware is completely dry and before it goes into the kiln. This right here is the second piece that I have to do today, and this one is a Thanksgiving themed one. So for this piece I need to add some text as well and the famous star cutouts to the hat. All right, so same process as before, looking at my sample here and just drawing very lightly where that text is gonna go. Okay, this is looking good, so I'm just going to go over the text now, pressing a little bit harder with this tool. And we're done. Thanks everyone for watching.